Shana Tova, everybody. Clive Lawton here from the Commonwealth Jewish Council. These are certainly strange times, aren't they? And oddly enough, over the last few months, since COVID has struck the world, we've been more in contact with the opportunities for video calls like this. But let's be honest, it's no substitute for the human reality of physical encounter when I used to be able to visit your communities. I hope I soon will be able to again. And our technology hasn't proved to be particularly powerful in the face of this invisible virus that has come and struck us all so solidly. We've been returned to virtually medieval contexts where the only things we can do is avoid each other and wash our hands and stay well away. Quarantine, after all, was a term invented in the 14th century, and here we are again with it. So our lives have certainly been truncated. I know that a few months ago, I was cheerfully making plans for a year in the future, or figuring out something I would do in my diary in a few months' time. And now I have to admit, I haven't got a clue what's happening next week or in 3 weeks' time. I can't make any predictions about the future at all. Even governments don't know what's going to happen in a few weeks' time. They make plans, but they have to change their regulations and adapt things as they discover the world is changing in ways that they couldn't have predicted. And that, after all, is one of the solid messages of Rosh Hashana. You know, we come to this festival and we discover it's all about life and death. It's about asking for another year because there's no guarantee. And when it says that penitence, prayer, and charity will avert the severity of the terrible decree, it doesn't mean to say that if we do those things, we won't die. I mean, that's ridiculous. Good people die. Of course they do. What it means is that if we engage in good things in life and contribute well and make a difference, then when the time comes, as it will for all of us, there will be a certain satisfaction. It will be less harsh in knowing that our lives haven't been wasted. And I know that so many of you devote incredible amounts of time to the benefit of your Jewish communities and to your wider communities, the towns and countries in which you live. The good works that you do will definitely stand in your good stead. And I hope you will carry on doing those things as best you can when our governments give us a bit more of a chance to get out. I don't know what the regulations are like in your countries. In some places, I know synagogues won't be able to hold services. In some places, people won't even be able to go to each other's homes. In that latter case, then I guess we just have to find our way through this year and hope for better times in future. But if you are allowed to visit each other, remember Jewish life goes on in the home long before it goes on in the synagogue. Invite people round. Don't wait for somebody to invite you. You invite them, make a festive meal. If you haven't got any Jews living near you, invite some non-Jews. Show them what a beautiful tradition the Jewish tradition is. And by the way, when Sukkot comes around, of course, we've been ready for this. Millennia ago, we invented a strategy for socializing in the open air. And now we know the time has come that socializing in the open air is so much more healthy than socializing indoors. So I hope that you will have a Shana Tova. I hope you will have a Gemar Tov, a good completion at Yom Kippur. I hope you will have a Chag Sameach and a year of good health, peace of mind, returning to some normality. And I hope we will meet again in reality in the not too distant future. Shana Tova.